Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Federal Reserve officials said that they would hold US interest rates at close to zero and work to push inflation above 2% for some time, and this is in quotes, possibly even until the year 2023. Guys, this brought to me by XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter. I don't think I need to get into this article any further. I think XRP Crypto Wolf really does hit on that point there. US interest rates are going to be close to zero or around zero. And so this is not going to be good for the economy. And the fact that they're saying that this could go until 2023, the year 2023, adds even more concern to this narrative. Three Kings down here says this Pied Piper will be playing their tune until 2023, literally taking fortunes from generations to come. When the music stops, we have a pretty good idea of who will be footing the bill. That's right, the taxpayers. And despite all this, guys, this from DJ Peter Vass, gold price is set to rise following this Fed decision. So gold is down more than 1% today as traders reacted to the Fed's interest rate decision that has pushed the US dollar higher. The precious metal is trading at 1,945, which is slightly below yesterday's high of 1,975 per ounce. Still, David Kelly, an analyst at JP Morgan, believes that gold, together with other risk assets, i.e. cryptocurrency, this is me putting in my 2 cents there, will benefit from the lower interest rates. In the interest rate decision yesterday, the Fed did what most analysts were expecting. I did not tweak interest rates and the quantitative easing program. The bank also signaled, like Jerome Powell had done earlier, that rates will remain at the current level for longer. Indeed, in the dot plot, the Fed suggested that the rates will not be changed for the next few years. And this is good for 2 reasons, guys, and I'll read them to you. First, lower for longer interest rates are likely going to spur inflation, and the Fed has already said that it will not hike rates even after the rate of inflation reaches its target of 2%. That is a positive thing because most gold investors usually see it as a viable hedge against inflation, and you can replace gold investor with cryptocurrency investment in this statement as well. Second, lower interest rates will remove the incentive for people to save money. In other words, it will lead to demand for risk assets like gold. This is an argument that Kelly made in his interview with CNBC yesterday. So that's the other thing. People are not going to be saving money, and this is why they want to, this is how they intend to spur on the economy, right? If they keep interest rates low, it's going to be easier to borrow money. People do not want to keep it in their bank account to save more money because they want to stimulate spending. But this is just a vicious circle. And so, I used to hold stocks. I got out of the stock market, was holding cash a while ago, and got into some gold and silver positions for this exact reason. Now, let's look at the crypto market, guys. Last night, we saw a bit of a pop for cryptos as a whole, guys. This is XRP on the hourly. We saw XRP went up to about 0.258 cents. Right now, trading at 248, so about 24.8, so 0.248 cents. And Bitcoin, we saw Bitcoin actually go as high as 11,100. Now, some people are suggesting that if Bitcoin can stay above 11,000, that will be good in the long run. Of course, Bitcoin is on a trajectory upward, as we can see here, but who knows what will happen. I mean, ultimately, we still have to break that high of 12,400 that we saw back in mid-August, and that will really dictate where Bitcoin will go next. Of course, next stop after that is 13,002, and then 13,800 or 13,900, almost 14,000. That was the high made last year in June 2019. And then from there, guys, it's 17,001, and then finally all-time high at about $20,000 per BTC. Once we break that point there, we're going to see another rally like we did back from mid-July to about mid-August, is my opinion. There are still some highs to break, so we are going to keep an eye on the market. Even VeChain, guys, all these cryptocurrencies are still moving to the beat of Bitcoin's drum, so we just got to be patient there. And Martin Valk brought this to my attention. This an article from Finextra, and it's with regards to Swift. Swift outlines strategy to expand beyond financial messaging. Boy, Swift, if you haven't figured it out already, I don't know what you've been doing for the last 3 years, because Ripple is already on top of this. Interbank payment network Swift is to expand beyond pure play financial messaging to offer member banks a range of transaction management services. Operating over a 2-year time frame, the new strategy is aimed at enabling financial institutions to deliver instant and frictionless end-to-end transactions. But you notice it doesn't say instantaneous settlement here. The cooperative is building a new digital platform that will use APIs and cloud technology to provide a set of common processing services that banks have historically invested in individually. New and extensive data capabilities will enable the pre-validation of essential data, fraud detection, data analytics, transaction tracking, and exception case management. So it does look like they are trying to add some new features here in payments. This equates to value-added services that banks can provide to both businesses and consumers. In securities, financial institutions will benefit from improved reconciliation, reporting and asset servicing processes, as well as end-to-end visibility of transactions to reduce settlement fails and fines. Well, it sounds as though there is already a solution for that, in my opinion, but Swift really trying to, fight till the bitter end here, it sounds like. Guys, I will link this article in the description of the video. And what's the tally now? This from Michael at Val5Links on Twitter. The tally is 1.1 billion XRP is now earmarked to receive Spark tokens this December. And guys, I think we are going to continue to see this number go up and up and up over the next few months. So crypto investors have registered more than 1 billion XRP to receive free Spark governance tokens from the crypto startup Flare. Flare, a Ripple partner, says they will give out 1 free Spark governance token for every XRP held in a registered and eligible account when the startup takes a snapshot on December 12th. The account holders will not have to give up their XRP to receive new tokens. Nearly 20,000 accounts are now set up to receive Spark, with 1.11 billion XRP allocated in total, according to the xrplorer.com. The largest XRP ledger account currently holds about 168 million XRP. And guys, there's a tweet down here to that effect. So 19,977 accounts have set message keys. The accounts currently have a balance of, as we said, 1.11 billion. And the largest XRP account has a balance of 168 million XRP, followed by 24 million XRP and 13 million XRP. So guys, these are the whales in the space, holding millions upon millions of XRP. Now, if you think about it, to have 13 million XRP, let me just put that here in the center, at a time when XRP was actually, not worth that much. And it wasn't that long ago that this was the case either. Actually, I'm going to put it on the Poloniex exchange. It's got more data here. Let's bring it back all the way to back here, 2016, okay, right before the last crypto boom we saw. XRP was trading, you could buy XRP reasonably at 0.005 cents. So if you take this number and you multiply it by 0.005 cents, all you really needed was $65,000 invested in XRP. Now, I know that might sound like a lot to some of you guys, but realistically, to be in those top numbers, to have 13 million XRP, an investment of $65,000 really isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. And so here we have it. Some of these people may have just foresaw the opportunity way back in 2016, but I have a feeling that some of these accounts belong to whales as well. Here was a quote from Hugo Fillion, the CEO of Flare. What we're trying to do is we're trying to essentially expand the use case without affecting the XRP ledger itself. So Flare will have a minimal to no effect on the XRP ledger. This is what they're going to do. This is their plan to expand XRP use cases, for those of you who do not know. It's about transporting the value of XRP onto Flare, and then it can be used with smart contracts in many different ways. He talks a little bit about what smart contracts are. And then at the moment, on, say, the XRP ledger, you have a limited amount of things that you can do with the XRP token, and that was a design decision, and that's why XRP is so fast and so cheap to use. But with smart contracts, we can take XRP and we can do a lot more things with it. So they are trying to expand the use cases for XRP. And you guys can claim your Spark tokens if you do have a ledger Nano S or X, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do at this point. I know that has been the wallet of choice for many cryptocurrency investors. I do have a link in the description if you want to use it. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use it if you do not want to. And I did do a short video. It's just under 7 minutes. If you do have the ledger and you still want to claim your Spark token, still haven't done it, guys, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. It's a how to claim your free Spark tokens one-to-one if you hold XRP on the ledger Nano S or X. And MacAttack XRP here says, I love this. Retweeting out Flare's latest tweet, Flare is thrilled to announce that Cred is now supporting the Spark distribution to XRP hodlers as well. So Cred, another avenue to claim your Spark tokens. A few people down here actually slagging the competition. Coinbase is slacking so hard, as is Binance. And yeah, we haven't heard Announcements from all the cryptocurrency exchanges. Of course, not everybody is going to participate in this Flare network giveaway of Spark tokens, but just to name another one now, Cred is going to support the Flare Spark airdrop. So that's great news there. I saw this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple partner Currencycloud partners with Skubana to expand its cross-border payment network and provide a payment service solution in more than 180 countries. So Currencycloud, major provider of embedded B2B solutions for cross-border payments, has joined forces with Skubana. According to an article published on the Currencycloud website, Skubana is a major software company for e-commerce operations based in the US, and it has teamed up with Currencycloud, a Ripple partner, in order to give its customers an extensive cross-border payment solution to broaden the circle of destinations for clients, reduce fees for sending payments, and make funds travel faster. It would allow them to send and receive funds choosing between 30 currencies from almost 200 countries. Clients will be able to send and receive payments after Currencycloud adds its solution to Skubana and improves the transnational payment infrastructure. So more integration with a Ripple partner, namely Currencycloud in this case. Great news there. Gonna keep moving along. Ripple just announced this on their Ripple Insights website, and we knew about the Mojaloop connection before, but now they are actually a sponsor, an official sponsor of this initiative, creating a more financially inclusive future. So this more news with regards to Mojaloop. So this article here just describes what this is. Essentially, the first 3 paragraphs is all just a description for those of us who do not know, which many of us already do understand what this project is. If you don't, guys, I will link this article in the description. Basically, the problem that remains is that today's global financial system does not equitably meet the needs for the 1.7 billion unbanked population, especially in regions like Sub-Saharan Africa, the Middle East, Latin America, and East and Southeastern Asia. This is where the Mojaloop Foundation comes in. Mojaloop is a powerful open source platform that promises to improve the interoperability of payment systems, making it easier and more affordable to send and receive money, especially in emerging markets. Since its inception in 2017, Ripple has been involved with the foundation, providing technical advice and engineering support. And today, Ripple is joining the Mojaloop Foundation as a sponsor member. We are proud to continue our partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yes, they are the founders of this Mojaloop initiative. They are also collaborating with Coil Technologies and Google and working towards a more inclusive future where everyone, everywhere, can access digital financial services needed to connect to the global economy. Now, guys, a few months ago, I did a video on something that, I don't know, maybe some people would consider a little conspiratorial, maybe? I don't know. Okay, it had to do with the people that I just mentioned here. I'm going to highlight their names on the screen if you want to take a look. Anyway, it has to do with a bit of a theory. I put together some pieces of the puzzle. It was a deep dive. I'm going to link that video up here for those of you guys who may not have seen it. And anyway, if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, the video should be up there in the top right-hand corner. There is a Ripple connection to that, which, is I don't know what your opinions are on it. But anyway, watch the video. If you're not interested in it, don't watch it. But, if you're interested in these kinds of things, I discovered a very, very interesting connection with regards to these people, Ripple, XRP, and I think I've already said too much. Anyway, let's keep on going with this video. So guys, this is from the Cryptic Poet. Vero gets a banking license and moves operations to XRP integrated Temenos Transact platform. That's right, Vero Bank, which became the first US fintech to earn a national banking license when the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the OCC, awarded it a charter last month, will soon move operations to the Temenos cloud banking platform. It received its FDIC approval for deposit insurance in February. Based in San Francisco, the all-mobile bank will operate its innovative no-fee bank nationally. The bank charges no monthly maintenance fees, no foreign transaction fees, and its customers pay no ATM fees at a network of more than 55,000 all-point ATMs worldwide. Like many challenger bank firms, including neighboring Chime in San Francisco, Vero has operated on a banker's bank platform. Both companies chose Bancorp Bank for its technology banking charter and FDIC authorization. By moving to Temenos, Vero Bank will get control of its technology and reduce its operating costs. And guys, for those of you who do not know, Temenos is Ripple and XRP integrated. This partnership was from years ago now. Here's an article to that effect. Temenos 24 core banking solution integrates Ripple technology. And again, this from 4 years ago. So I believe this was 2016. At this time, this was a huge milestone for Ripple. Temenos is a very, very big company that deals with technology integration, and some of its clients include some of the major banks around the world. So Vero Bank, obviously integrating with Temenos, which is a Ripple partner. So guys, the web keeps getting bigger and bigger. We know Ripple is going to have a stronghold on the banking sector. That is no surprise to us. How much of a stronghold it's going to have? The majority, 50%, that's still up for debate. We know some of the major client bases that are emerging are coming out of developing countries. And so just 2 years ago, Ashish Burla mentioned that Ripple actually had 50%, based on their banking relationships, they had about 50% of the Indian market. And then just yesterday, we heard that there was going to be another cryptocurrency ban in India. Well, apparently, that was all hogwash. You know, it even fooled Brad Garlinghouse, but then I saw this from Crypto Moon at crypt2_moon on Twitter. Fresh reports of Indian crypto ban are clickbait, says a local source. So guys, it wasn't true. The draconian bill introduced by the country's former finance secretary, Subhash Chandra Gar, in 2019 to ban cryptocurrencies in India haunts the country's crypto enthusiasts and entrepreneurs to this day. Reports from Bloomberg and the local news outlet Economic Times about the further development of the bill and the possible introduction of it as law has only caused more panic and anxiety within the crypto community. These reports have always cited people familiar with the development as saying that the bill will be discussed shortly by the federal cabinet before being sent to the parliament for consideration. The same statements seem to have been doing the rounds since early June. Without any additional information, these reports suggested a high possibility of a ban on cryptocurrencies in India. There is, however, as much uncertainty regarding the bill today as there was a year ago. So ultimately, it's not that cryptos are going to be banned. It's just that they are as uncertain now as they were a year ago about the bill because it is still pending. The only thing that has changed that in the favor of the Indian cryptocurrency industry is that in March, the Supreme Court struck down the Reserve Bank of India's circular banning financial institutions from dealing with cryptocurrency companies and traders. So that is the only new development that we've had in the space, and that happened back in March. So these people telling you that cryptocurrency is now going to be banned again in India, you know, this just is not the case. It is still up in the air. It could still be banned. It could still not be banned. And essentially what this article is telling us is that we are as uncertain now as we were a year ago about the final decision. Of course, I reported on this yesterday. You know, even Brad Garlinghouse tweeted out to that effect, and Ashish Burla as well. So it caught a lot of us by surprise. Now we are confirming that it isn't true. So interesting news there. I wanted to thank Crypto Moon here on Twitter for posting that. More Ripple news though, guys. This from L Crypto King on Twitter. Ripple partner DLocal now valued at $1.2 billion. And this is great for such a small company coming out of Uruguay. That's right, this company is based in Uruguay. Ripple partner DLocal is now valued at a staggering $1.2 billion after securing $200 million during its funding round backed by American growth equity firm General Atlantic. This makes the Uruguay-based cross-border payment platform one of the highest valued VC-funded companies in the Latin American region. Good for them. Uruguay is a small South American country. It gives you their GDP. Guys, I'll link this article in the description if you want to read the details. But DLocal CEO Sebastian Kanovich reflects on the company's role in improving cross-border payments in developing countries. He says, beyond securing unicorn status and becoming one of the highest valued Latin American financial technology companies supporting global merchants, we are expanding access and helping those in emerging markets connect to e-commerce, building reliable payment technologies tailored to specific local needs, constantly improving our product, and growing our global footprint. So they see a need, obviously, for this in their community. They realized that they needed to be able to provide this service. Many people around the world need this type of service, you know, moving small amounts of money around without those barriers. And Ripple was there to help democratize this for them. Okay, by partnering with Ripple, they can now provide these solutions to their clients, who by no means are rich people, and provide reasonably priced payments so they can be sent cheaply and efficiently. And it won't take as long as it used to take, right? Some of these payments used to take 3 to 5 business days just to get, from point A to point B. Ripple can essentially source the liquidity, have this done within 3 seconds using XRP. That is the next step to change this economic landscape. But first, we got to lay the groundwork. Of course, Ripple has been doing their job. And companies like DLocal, obviously growing to $1.2 billion because they provide a solution where there currently is obviously a very, very big problem. So congratulations to this Ripple partner, DLocal, now valued at $1.2 billion. And I have a feeling they are going to continue to make waves, gobble up the market share, taking it away from companies like Western Union who refuse to change technology. Anyway, some great news there coming out of South America. And guys, this is pretty big with regards to the crypto space. Kraken has now become first crypto exchange to become a U.S. bank. Now, what are the implications of this? Let's talk about this further. On Wednesday, the Wyoming Banking Board voted to approve the San Francisco-based crypto exchange's application for a special purpose depository institution charter. Kraken is now the first SPDI bank in Wyoming. According to the Wyoming Division of Banking General Counsel, Chris Land, Kraken will also be the first newly chartered de novo bank in the state since 2006. By becoming a bank, we get direct access to federal payment infrastructure, and we can more seamlessly integrate banking and funding options for customers, said David Kinitsky, a managing director at Kraken and the CEO of the newly formed Kraken Financial. Kinitsky has run Grayscale Investments and was the first digital asset hire at Fidelity and was most recently head of business development at payment startup Circle, so he's got a great resume. In the wake of a July letter from the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency giving national banks the go-ahead to custody crypto, the Division of Banking also announced it has been working with Promontory Financial Group, a prominent Washington, D.C.-based consulting firm made up of lawyers and former government regulators. In October, the division, along with Promontory, will publish the first manual for banks regarding procedures and policies for handling digital assets. So, in addition to more products, Kraken Financial will give Kraken the ability to operate in more jurisdictions, Kinitsky said. As a state-chartered bank, Kraken has now a regulatory passport into other states without having to deal with a patchwork state-by-state compliance plan. So this is almost kind of like a workaround, almost kind of like a loophole in a way, but not really a loophole, just making it clear now that if a crypto exchange becomes a bank, well, now they're kind of opened up to all the privileges that regular banks have been opened up to since the beginning. Kraken has been silent about its application until now. The first hint the exchange was interested in Wyoming charter was in December when it opened a position for the job Kinitsky has now. So what is this going to mean, guys, for cryptocurrency as a whole, for Kraken in particular? Well, a few people here have some opinions on this. Arturo Pertilla says, so here's what's happening. Banks are migrating to digital-first channels and are now allowed to custody crypto. Number 2, fintechs are becoming banks and are starting to offer crypto-related services. Crypto companies are becoming banks. All roads lead to Rome, which means, guys, cryptocurrency is the future. If you haven't figured it out already, holding cryptocurrency as an investment today is going to be the best decision you have ever made in 10 years. And guys, even if we only see a spec run, spec XRP up to $7 or so, I mean, that sounds like great gains. But always, always, always remember that we are still in the nascent stages of this. Do not sell all your cryptocurrency. Of course, that is not financial advice. That is just what I'm doing. Don't ever sell all of it because I think the best has still yet to come. So Arturo Pertilla also says here, which is why it makes so much sense to establish an activity-based regulatory framework instead of the current entity-based one, as Brian Brooks has suggested. Jimmy down here brings up a good point. So does that mean your cryptos are now FDIC insured if crypto exchanges become banks? Very, very good question, and Massimo agrees with that. Well, they better be careful with what they offer then, if that ends up being the case. One more incentive for exchanges/banks to vet projects very, very carefully. You got to remember, if you're a bank, you are now set to a higher standard in the financial world. You are going to be scrutinized more carefully. And so if banks can custody cryptos and crypto exchanges can become banks, it should mean that leaving your crypto on an exchange should be safe. That even if the crypto exchange got hacked and your crypto was stolen, that your bank or your crypto exchange should be able, through their insurance, should be able to reimburse you up to a certain amount. Now, I think in a lot of these cases, it's about $100,000, but I'm sure that will depend based on who you are as a client and what bank you bank with, so on and so forth. So some very interesting questions here with regards to this. And there's this idea floating around that, considering this is the case now, maybe it wasn't in their head before, but Ripple could even become a bank. I've said this in the past with regards to the Ripple technology before even. My thought at that time was, Ripple doesn't even really need to partner with companies like MoneyGram or Western Union. Obviously, they have partnered with MoneyGram since then, but my thought was, why couldn't Ripple just create an app, put it on the App Store, Google Play, and essentially do what they're doing through their Ripple app? Okay, everybody around the world could download it. Everybody around the world could send money instantly at a fraction of the cost, and they would be utilizing XRP to do so. Well, that could have been one avenue. I have a feeling that that would have been kind of like the Uber renegade route. Charge into the market, disrupt the heck out of it, and apologize later through lawsuits and whatever else. But of course, Ripple has decided to go a different route. They didn't want to leave a sour taste in people's mouths. This is why they are getting in cozy with the IMF, the World Bank, the BIS, the ECB. They've partnered with many central banks around the world, so it's a bit of a different strategy. But when Arturo Portilla says all roads lead to Rome, they certainly do. This from the Bank for International Settlements, daydreaming about creating your own currency? Join the BIS Innovation Hub to make it happen. And guys, they are also advertising DLT and blockchain software engineer jobs. So they get the what's what. They are understanding the importance of this. The Truth XRP down here says big request coming from a big organization. And it is. The BIS understands that cryptocurrency is the most efficient way to reform the payments industry. Legislation in the United States is slowly reflecting that by now allowing cryptocurrency exchanges to become banks. Guys, what is the next step? Are we going to see Ripple become a bank? How do you think the cryptocurrency industry will look in 3 more years? And will the crypto spec market continue to be speculative? Or will the cryptocurrencies that solve real problems be the only ones that survive? I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.